Hi, this is Cher from Cher's Crafting Boutique. I let you know in a video, actually on Facebook, that I was going to show you how to make this. Well, there's a few videos out on YouTube on how to make these, but I wanted to show you how I made mine. This is the front, and this is the back. I just put a hanging thing on here. For this specific one, you don't have to do that. I'm going to show you what you need. You are going to need a pair of scissors, permanent marker for the eyes, some embroidery thread, one for the hair, which my daughter wants to go with a rainbow dash colour, so we're using that one for the skin tone, which I have mine in 2 pieces. You'll have yours in 1. These just made off the last 2 dolls that I had left over, and one for the top that your doll will be wearing, and also some flowers. I've mixed mine with 2 different kinds. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can put as many layers as you like. It's best to start with the smallest one first and work your way down. I'll explain that as we go. You also need some flower wire. This one measures at 18.5 inches. I did try using a smaller one. It didn't turn out very well, but it depends on what kind of look you're going for. I mean, mess around, see how it turns out. Also, a doll head, which is just a little wooden bead with a hole that goes all the way through. I'm not sure on the size. If you give me a second, I'll measure it. This one's a 3/4 inch. On other videos I have seen them use bigger ones, but I prefer to use the smaller one. Also, this is optional, but I have these butterflies that I like to use for the back to make them into fairies. And I've got these from my local pound shop. Also, a pair of pliers for your jewellery making, or any that you have lying around. Right, let's get started. First of all, you need to bend your flower wire in half. So hold the bottom once you realise that you've got it in the same place, and just fold it in half. Like so. Then you get the chosen hair colour you would like and just divide it so you've got it in one big loop. You pop the loop through so it sits like that, and then you put your bead on. Just pop that through there all the way to the top. Once you get to here, you also need a tape measure, which I'll grab one. You then measure in at 1.5 inches. So you just bend, actually first of all you twist it. So you twist this bit first, until you feel it's secured the head properly. I like to use a little bit of hot glue just inside the bead there, just so I know it ain't going anywhere. But again, that's me choosing to do so. You don't have to do that. And then you just spin it round, twisting it a couple of times, because this part makes the neck. So I twist it there about 4 times, but you can do it as many times as you think. until you get to the desired amount you want your neck to be. Then you measure in at 1.5 inches. And then bend it. Pushing that one down so it's straight. Other one's down, this one's bent at 1.5. Then twist it round. So you twist it round and back down again. So it goes back to being straight. And you do the same with the opposite side. So you measure it at 1.5 inches. Bend it. You can use your pliers if it's easier. I'm just going to just bend this because this is quite easy to bend. Depends on what one you've got. And you just fold it round and then down. Now, this is where you get to do the torso part. You twist that round, keep twisting. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done mine 5 times and I'm happy with that. That's up to you, what you want to do with yours. But that's what we have so far. Then you get your skin torn. And you hot glue into the bottom of your torso. Hold it there for a second and then wrap it round. This is where it gets a bit fiddly because obviously the legs get in the way, so I usually just turn it round so you can do it this way. Even though it still gets in the way, it's easier. And you have to do this in an even line. Just keep going round. When you get to here, you take it round the back and wrap it up from behind the arm. And then you just wrap it round. So there's twice, 3 times, 4. And then you wrap the arm. You just keep going round, same as you did with the torso. Hope you can see what I'm doing, being such a light colour. And the light's not very good today. Just keep going round. Till you get to the end. And you get your hot glue and pop it on the end there to secure it. And then just wrap around that. This can get a bit fiddly. I like to wrap it a few times on the end here so it creates a little hand. That's optional. and then you just come back on an even layer back on yourself. When you get to here, then wrap it round the back of the arm again. So then you're on this side, and then you wrap it over. Five times. Then you wrap the arm. Again, a single layer all the way along. When you get to the end, again, put some hot glue on there. And then wrap it round. Create the hand, I just keep wrapping over itself, back and forth about 3 times, and then do another single layer back. Just so the hand ends up being that little bit bigger than the rest. Again, it's just a single layer back to the beginning. When you get to here, you wrap back round the shoulders. Three, 4, 5, and then take it back round that arm again and wrap that way 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then bring it back down the body, the torso. So another single layer down there. And then back up again. I think mine's a bit too slim there, but you can do it as much as you like, as long as they're single layers each time. Then back down again. I'm going to show you how to do the legs, and then I'm going to pause it there and be back when I'm finished, because this bit takes a while to do. So you go round, single layer all the way down. So I'll show you this one, and then on the other one I'll pause it and be back. Now you might find it easier to pull one leg upwards and then just keep wrapping. If you're hearing noises, that's the dog. I'm in one of her funny moods today, I think. You just keep wrapping around. I think I went out of camera there, I can't tell. single layer all the way to the bottom, and then it's like the same way we did the on. At the end we glue it and wrap it round a few times to make the foot, and then we go back up. Just hot glue there, go around it. Continuously go around till you're happy with the way the foot looks. Just layering, and then come back up on yourself. In another single layer. Just continue to wrap all the way around. I'm coming to the end of mine, as you can see, which that's because I've got mine in two halves. You won't have this problem. I'm just going to hot glue mine down there. You only need a small amount for this if you're in the same situation as me. Like so. Cut off the excess. And then start again. Very small amount of glue there. Stick that to there and start wrapping where you were left off. This can get a bit fiddly, as you can see, because everything tends to get in the way, but when it's finished, the result, you're going to love it. When you get to here, just wrap it a couple of times around the torso at the bottom. That's 3 times I've wrapped it, and then I'm going to take it back around this leg, which is the same thing as what I did there. This time I'm going to do it off camera, so I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I've wrapped it all the way around now, so I'm at the top of the leg. So now I'm going to wrap it around the torso, just at the top, the bottom there. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to keep going halfway up. So just keep going to get halfway, and then you just get your hot glue and secure that down. Take it a couple of times to secure it. And there you are. Just cut off your excess. So you got something that looks like this. And then just grab this, pop that over there. Then you get the colour that you've chosen for your top. Now I've gone with this one that sort of changes from each tone. It's all tangled up here, let me just get that undone. but it changes from each turn. As you can see, it just seems to grab everything when you're trying to mess around with it. But yes, it goes from a dark purple all the way down to light and then back up to the dark again. But you can use any colour you have. It is a nightmare. And once I get it to the beginning, there we are. So what you do here is, again, you glue from the middle. So we're going to glue it there. You only need a tiny bit each time you do this, not a lot at all. And you just pop that on top of there, secure it down. And then just, again, wrap it round. Sometimes I wish you could put the hair on afterwards, but it's not the way it has to be done, because it can get in the way a bit. And you just keep wrapping round, single layer. All the way to the top. And then again, do what you did with the arms, so it's round. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And this time we're not going along the arms. So when you go up behind, after you've done the 4, you go behind the arm like that. Then you wrap it around on the 5th time and bring it back on yourself, so you're going behind the 2nd arm. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So you have like a cross on the front there for the top. Then you bring it back round again, all the way down the torso. And this is when you do the legs like they're shorts. So once I've got to the very bottom of the torso there, you take in between and round the leg. Now you do this until you're happy with where it is sitting. So you're not doing the whole leg this time. You're just going to take it down to as far as you want it to be. So it looks like she's wearing shorts underneath the dress itself. Now I'm going to take it down to here, and I'm happy with that, so I'm going to go back up. You don't need to put glue on it until the end this time. Single layer again. All the way back up to the top. take it around the bottom of the torso. Couple of times there. And once you bring it round on the second time, take it under the second leg and round you go again until it roughly matches where the other one is. Just a couple more there and that should be fine. And then bring it back up on itself. And once you reach the top, wrap it back around the torso again. Till you reach the middle. And again, glue it down. And you only need a small amount for this, as I said before. Wrap that round a couple of times. And then cut your excess. So that's what we have so far. Move all of your thread out of the way, because now this is where we get to do the hair. Now I have a piece that's dangling down here that's a little longer, so I'm going to cut that off. Now you decide which side you want to be your front, and I'm going to go this side. So therefore I need to make sure the hair is glued onto the back of here. Now what we're going to do is put some hot glue on the back here and then fold the hair in half and stick the bottom to the hot glue. So when you bring it, fold it over, then fold it under and then stick it. So get your hot glue. You need a bit for this, not too much though, but a lot more than you had before. You fold it, then fold it under and stick it. Over the glue strands, and then you pop your hair down, so then it ends up looking like this. Sorry about the phone there. Right. Right. Now we'll leave it there for now, and we'll put the dress on. I just noticed there's a piece that's not glued there, so if you get that, just not a problem. Pop that on there, put a little glue on, and then secure that up the top underneath. There we are. Now we get to put these on. Now each individual one needs to be folded in half and then slightly cut only a little bit, as you can see, just a little bit, and then you fold it in half again the other way and do the same, so you end up with like a cross, and you do this with each individual one. So I'm going to pause it and do that and be back. Now I've cut all them down, and this is where you organise them from the smallest to the biggest. And as you put them on, you want them offset from each other so you can see the layers. So push the legs together, try and get them straight, and then pop the skirt on like so. Actually, do I want it that way? No, we're going to go that way. You can pick whichever desired side that you prefer, but this is the way I'm going to have mine. So just keep popping them on. Once you've got it where you want it, so they're all on, make sure, like I said, they're all twisted round the way you want them to be. And I'm going to take mine to there. Now this is where you go underneath and just put a little hot glue. You don't need a lot, it's just to secure it so they don't come off. And do this with each layer. Just a little hot glue from one flower to the next. And the last one. And then I'm going to turn it upside down and just secure there around the doll and the petals all the way around. You do not need a lot for this, just to make sure it doesn't come off. Glue over all those glue strands. Just wait for a second for that to bond. And then you'll have this. And this is what we have so far. Now with the hair, and around the edges here, just down the side of the face, I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue there. Bring it round and push it down. You can style your hair any way you want, but this is the way I'm going to style mine. And what I do here is, again, bring it round the side and all the way down, secure the hair there. So that's what it looks like so far. Now, what I tend to do, because I'm going to put the wings on, we need the hair out of the way. So I tend to twist it. Keep twisting it round and then bringing it round the arm so it sits like that. Once I get it there, I then move it out of the way of the arm slightly and then put some hot glue on the arm there and secure it down. Just so then it doesn't get in the way. You don't have to put wings on yours, you can do it any way you want, but this is the way my daughter likes it, so this is why I do it this way. So that's what we have so far. And I'm now going to attach the wings so you can see, but again, that's optional. So, she wants the pink. I'm just going to take that wire piece off, and that was pretty easy. And then I'm going to take these off here, the tentacles, and then put some hot glue and secure that onto the back. So it's just hot gluing onto there and then securing it onto the back of the fairy doll. Hold it down, and that's what we have so far. On my last doll, I put loads of diamantes on and the little hat. That was just off a few petals off of these because I cut the first one down, had little bits left over, and I just decided to make the hat out of it and added a few beads. And again, what was cut out I added to the front here. You don't have to do that. That was just a suggestion. On this occasion I'm not going to do that, but I will be making more of these and I'll be adding new things to it, so you can look out for that. This is one I made, as you know from earlier, but this is another one I've made. This was made with a fox hair, which I'll show you in a packet in a moment. I also made this little flower bouquet. This was from a die cut from a Big Z, and I had a little bit of fabric with butterflies on. Not that you can tell that now, but still the pinks in it, which shows it off. This was from some fake flowers that I took apart and added to the headpiece, and then a middle piece of this flower here onto the top. Also, as you can see, this has a butterfly on the back there, but I left the tentacles on this one. And I used the same flower as I did on the one in front of you there, just it's one complete plain colour instead of two. And I also put a mouth and a nose on this one, which I haven't done with any of the rest, but I'll show you the hair stuff that I used. It's called Artificial Craft Hair. I haven't used the brown yet. I know you can get it in black as well. This is like a mousy colour. This was from the range. It was only £1 a bag. I gave it a go and it came out really well. So yeah, you should get yourself along there and pick a few packets up. But I'll show you how to make these ones on another day. But this is just showing you a pretty basic one at the moment. So I'm going to show you how you do your eyes. So you get your permanent marker, and all you're doing is kind of like a half moon shape, and you use the tip. Don't push too hard, otherwise you'll end up with these really thick eyes, depending on if that's the kind of look you're going for. But I like mine to be thin, so I just literally graze it. And you do that twice, not too close together, so you end up with that. And then all you do is a couple of lashes pointing downwards, smaller one at the end and longer ones to the front, and there you have it. That's your completed fairy doll. Again, you can add anything that you want to it. Like I said, any bling, or even if you want to add, like I did with this one, a piece of thread there to hang it up. All I did there was wrap it around the torso underneath the arms, bring it around the back of the head and just tie it. And that way it can be hung up in your room or wherever you'd like it to be. You can make a fairy garden out of these. I'm just going to secure that bit down at the back there. If you have that problem, you do the same, but you can make a fairy garden out of these, like I was just saying, which is what I intend to do for my daughter, because she's really mad about these. And the good thing is you have the ability to be able to bend the arms and the legs any way you want them. There is so many ideas and designs I have for these, so I will be posting more as I come up with them. But thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. I also have a Facebook page now. It's called Cher's Crafting Boutique. Please do come and join us. We tend to post pictures on there of the craftings that we have done to inspire others. Love to see what kind of work you do. Thank you for watching. Bye.